weather forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
No surprise, it was another hot day across central Illinois with a lot of sunshine, and we've seen a few clouds building in across the area, those fair weather cumulus clouds, but it has been another very dry day for a lot of us with a few little rain showers that are starting to show up south of I-70. 88, though, in Danville, as well as in Paris. Champaign is there as well. 89 in Lincoln and 90 in Watsika. And you can see the nice view from our Brett weather camera overlooking Champaign-Urbana on our roofing dog INET. Winds are out of the southward now between about 5 and 10 miles per hour, so at least we had a nice breeze today to help at least keep things moving, even though it was still very hot. It remains warm for the backyard forecast this evening, but we've got more clouds on the way overnight tonight. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
They didn't give her a chance.
A woman was sentenced for driving her car off a bridge under construction, while her family says the decision isn't fair. Plus, we have new details on a shooting, how police say a 3-year-old was hurt.
My daughter's a 7th grader and reads at a 1st grade level.
And it's back to virtual school for students in Champaign, why some parents are worried this means their kids will fall behind.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
This sentence is outrageous. I'm disappointed.
A woman who drove off an unfinished bridge on I-57 has been sentenced to 6 years, but her family says she deserves to be free. Good evening. I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Asia Marshall was charged with a DUI for that crash. Months after it, she was charged with another DUI. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is live in our newsroom. And Courtney, she has quite the history.
Absolutely, Jennifer. In that second DUI case, though, it was later dismissed. That was part of a deal for her to plead guilty to that first one involving the bridge. Now, that one, you'll remember, was all caught on another driver's dash cam. You can see the moment Marshall drove into the concrete barriers and onto I-57. Now, her second DUI, though it was dismissed, still came up in sentencing today. It started with a hit and run. Investigators said Marshall was fighting with 2 other girls, and she ended up running over one of them twice with her car, according to witnesses. In the sentencing today, Marshall's mother took the stand in her defense, saying her daughter is working on bettering her life.
She's currently taking medication. She's doing 100% better than what she was doing. And in 6 years for a DUI, aggravated DUI, with people that were willingly in the car with her doing the same thing that she was doing, that's unfair. That's really unfair.
The state's attorney's office also brought up Marshall's history of violence and drunk driving, which goes all the way back to 2012. The defense argued she's doing better. They said she's taking medication that stabilizes her mood. But the judge said there was too much evidence that Marshall could commit the same types of crimes again. Marshall also took the witness stand today herself. She talked about her dreams to become a registered nurse and the fact that she has 2 sons who need her to take care of them. But the judge said she thought prison time in this case was necessary. Live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Courtney, thank you so much. Now, there were 2 people in the car with Marshall when she crashed on the bridge. They were both seriously hurt, but they are okay now. A man was found dead in a car after a reported shooting early this morning. Decatur police responded to shots fired near North Edward Street and Leafland Avenue. This was around 4 a.m. Police say they found a car in the road when they got there. The driver inside was dead. He had been shot several times. Police say there are no suspects right now. If you have any information, you're asked to call police. We have new information about an accidental shooting in Springfield. Police there confirmed a 3-year-old got a hold of their guardian's gun and hurt themselves. The child is expected to be okay. The gun was registered but wasn't kept in a proper case or locked up. Police told DCFS. Charges have been filed against a Springfield man for a hit and run involving a 7-year-old last week. 62-year-old Bernard Fokum-Dingo will be arraigned next month for leaving the scene of an accident with a personal injury. He was arrested on Sunday. Police say he confessed to hitting 7-year-old Jax Thornley while he was riding his bike home from a friend's house. He could face up to 10 years if found guilty. Firefighters are battling a fire at an old bottle factory in Lincoln. Crews were called to the building on North Logan Street near Omaha Avenue this afternoon. Dennis Reynolds sent us this video. Flames and smoke could be seen coming from the roof. And now we've got a live look at the scene. You don't see that smoke anymore. You see crews, though, still working, and we will get more information as we get it. Everyone is okay after an apartment caught fire in Danville. Crews were called to Lewis and Fairchild early this morning. Firefighters say it started in the kitchen. They were able to get the flames under control. No one was hurt. Champaign schools kicked off the school year virtually today. The board first called for a hybrid model, but revised the plan to move all students online for at least the first quarter, even ones with individualized learning plans or IEPs. Some parents of those kids say they're frustrated and worried they might fall behind.
They need that one-on-one time. They need that familiarity with those teachers that they've built relationships with over the years. That's what helps them. My daughter's a 7th grader and reads at a 1st grade level. She's finally grasping certain concepts, and I don't want her to start falling behind.
The superintendent says they made that decision based on Board of Ed guidance. She says they will contact families who fall into certain categories later in the year to talk about in-person instruction, and that includes special ed students. Taking a look at the latest coronavirus numbers now. After 2 record-breaking days of cases in Champaign County, the number dropped to 32 today. The state's 7-day positivity rate is also falling. It's now at 4%. There are more than 2,100 new cases in Illinois. That brings the total up to more than 225,000. 37 more people have died. There are now nearly 8,000 COVID-related deaths in Illinois. A bus driver for CUMTD has tested positive. Officials say the driver last operated the 6 Orange from 12 to 4 p.m. and the 550 Green from around 5:50 to 10:30. They say the employee wore a mask and those buses were removed from service and cleaned. And WCIA3 will feature a special program tomorrow night. It's called 30 Minutes COVID-19, Just the Facts. With doctors learning more every day about the deadly virus, many questions still remain, and we will try to answer some of those. The show is at 6:30 tomorrow night. Some officials are hoping foster kids get an 11th hour delay. More than 18,000 within DCFS are getting new insurance on September 1st. It's part of a cost-cutting measure by the state. Those kids will be on a managed care plan going forward. But some government officials say the state isn't ready for a change that big. The Cook County Public Guardian's Office investigated the state's database of health providers. Many weren't taking new appointments, didn't take the new insurance, or were nursing homes.
This is just so ill-advised, especially in this of the worst global healthcare pandemic that the world's known in a century, and Illinois trending in the wrong direction. Now is not the time to put this extra strain on our already stretched healthcare systems and governmental systems for 18,000 of some of the most special needs children in our states.
He says he and several other officials sent a letter to the governor yesterday. He says while no one expects perfection, they'd like to see a more accurate database. Earlier this year, more than 2,000 kids temporarily lost insurance when DCFS started a similar transition for a different group of children. Nursing homes and hospitals are facing new requirements. Now the new rule is expected to save lives. Plus this.
If you're a restaurant owner and you're not owned by a chain or a corporation, you're hurting.
Many industries are still struggling to stay afloat, but lawmakers are divided on how to help them.